let me take my braces off. Let me start again. Okay, hi kombucha friends. So I'm going to show you how we bottle kombucha. And I've already washed my hands with vinegar, so you want to keep your hands really clean. And you can zoom up, Madeline, to show the SCOBY. This is my SCOBY that I'm taking out of my tea. I have already had this container sitting for 7 days, and it is ready to bottle. So I'm just moving my SCOBYs over to the SCOBY hotel, is what we call it. It's like where you store them, okay? And I'm just gonna wash my hands because I get a lot of that, oh, what is it? My brain's foggy. The brown stuff that hangs on it. Can't think of what it is. But okay, so I'm taking 3 cups. So these are the measurements that I'm going to teach you how to brew. So I'm taking 3 cups of kombucha that's already been fermented. So it's already done. And I'm just saving this. And I add a little bit extra just because if you don't have enough starter, you can actually mold. So I make sure that I have enough starter. And I have checked the pH on this kombucha, and it was like at 3 point something, which means all the probiotics, everything's fermented in there, so that's a good thing. So I always do that. I do it every 7 days, bottling every 7 days. Okay, and so this is, all my bottles are already filled up with raisins. I always use raisins because that's what I think gives me really good carbonation. And then you'll see after I'm done bottling all these, I put in all the berries. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you how I pour it, and then we don't have to video each bottle, we can just stop it. But I just fill it up right about to where it starts to curve because I need room to add the fruit. So this is doing the second fermentation. I've already fermented it once, and I'm doing the second fermentation on it, adding the fruit. You can drink it just plain, just the way it is. It just tastes like a tea, a vinegary tea, but I like to do the second fermentation because it adds that sweetness with the fruit, and then it also gives the carbonation. And that's what I enjoy the most, like that cold carbonation that you get when you do the second fermentation. So I'm just gonna fill up all these bottles, and then we'll come back and show you the finished product. Hey, we're back again. So now I'm just adding the berries to the second fermentation. So I do a berry mix. They're blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, and then there's some strawberries. And actually the second fermentation can actually grow little scobies inside the second fermentation, which is kind of interesting. And when I drink it, I just drink the whole thing, and I actually bottle the rest of the frozen or the rest of the fruit. I'll just drink it, and what's left over I put in my freezer bag. I just dump it in there, and then I put that in my smoothies. So that's what I save. And behind me, I already have, which I'll post the chart so you guys can see the measurements of what we're doing, because we're brewing a gallon of kombucha. And behind me, what I already have boiling is 14 cups of water. I have 8 bags of just organic black tea. And then I have a cup of pure cane sugar. So this will boil, and then I'll let this completely cool. Like I probably won't even do it tonight. I'll have to do it in the morning. It has to be completely cool to add it back into my jar, because what we're gonna do is just brew the next batch. So this is what I do every week. So I add, and you really don't need to have 2 scobies in there, but I will put the 2 in there that we're in, and I'll leave this fresh one And you can tell it's fresh because it doesn't have all the brown on the bottom. And I don't know why I can't think of the name of whatever that is on the bottom. I keep thinking fiber, but it's not fiber. But this is a fresh new SCOBY. And actually you can tell inside of this hotel scope jar that this one on the top here is a fresh one too, because it's like whitish. So this is the SCOBY Hotel, and I'm just gonna save this next SCOBY actually for our event so I can start giving some of these SCOBYs away. So this is our new gallon that we're doing. I'm adding the fermented tea. So this was already fermented, and I add it to my gallon jar. And then I'll wait until tomorrow until this is completely cool. But then my husband's doing funny things in the background. But when this is completely cool, then I'll add all of it. The sugar will be heated, like it'll all be, dissolved. And then I'll add it back in here and I'll brew this whole thing for 7 more days until I bottle again. Okay? So I'll teach you more, but this is the first couple steps here.